Hello, what is happening, everybody, and welcome to some more Dota. This one actually submitted by Sepra, as far as I know again, or it might have been one of his pals. At least I know that Sepra Incorporated is in it. It's about all I know about the game, and that means that we're gonna be ready to rock and roll. Although I know that there is one of my all-time favorite heroes, and a hero that might actually become very, very relevant in a video very, very soon. No, well, I'm not going to say no guarantees because I know it's going to happen, but just wait until Sunday, and then you'll know what I mean. I will mention the hero here, though, but I will have him arrive first. But yeah, it's going to be a Queen of Pain, Viper, Lion here starting out. Some very, very good and solid heroes. Ogre Megi, or Ogre Magi, Troll Warlord, so we have some right clicks going on, as well as some just sheer cancer heroes, you know, just sheer cancer heroes. Abaddon as well, one tough son of a bitch to take down. And as of right now, Radiant, they don't really have a whole lot to contest this Abaddon with. There he is, the Enigma. Enigma, Shadow Fiend, Faceless Void. Alright, so
prepare for battle.
I think the lanes should be rather simple. Yeah, of course, Troll Warlord to the safe lane. Faceless Void goes bot lane. Unless he decides, okay, no mind, they're actually going to be sending the Troll mid. Okay, so they're just completely screwing up the lanes here. It can work, but I would just have liked it to be done in a different order so that they got the Faceless Void on the bottom lane because he has to time walk out of there. And then you would send the Queen of Pain mid with the Troll going safe lane, possibly backed up by the Ogre. No, wait, actually backed up by the Abaddon so that Ogre could go in the safe lane because he is quite meaty starting out, even though they do actually have exactly the same amount of HP. But never mind that, let's get the heroes introduced. DDT Lang, I remember him very much. He's going to be playing the Riki. Headcran, the Shadow Fiend. Enigma will be picked up by Biblical Hero. And I remember all these names. Sneaky like a sneak on the Lion. This is an entire gang of people except for Simulation. I don't believe I've seen him before, but he'll be on the Viper. Here on the Radiant side. Dire side, Mord K2 is going to be on your mid-Troll Warlord. Abaddon is going to be on the safe lane. Frontier will be picking him up, helping out the Faceless Void here, find a bit of farm. It's actually chosen to go for the backtrack here starting out, which is actually the worst thing you can skill starting out. I'm sorry, but it just is. I'm thinking bottom lane will be the Queen of Pain, but she's just going all over the place. I think she's trying to push this Troll out of the middle lane. And down in the off lane will be the Solar Ogre Megi for now, with the recipe for the Soul Ring ready. But then again, he'll be getting some... yeah, she's trying to push him down into the bottom lane here. But yeah, he's going to be getting some good solo experience there. He's taking advantage of the Troll deciding that he's going to stay mid lane. So Queen of Pain will actually rotate down towards the bottom lane. It's not an entirely bad idea, but it's not smart either. And Troll hasn't even skilled the Berserker's Rage. He is way too confident in himself, and he's going up against the Shadow Fiend. One of the easiest heroes to last hit against until he gets souls, and Troll has already allowed him to get 4. On the top lane here we got DDT Lang, of course, with a very, very regular, very, very common Riki build-up. And First Blood actually going in the bottom lane, sneaky like a sneak, getting picked up there. I didn't actually expect him, but he might not have seen the Queen of Pain rotate in from the side. And yeah, comboed with a Fire Blast and an Ignite, you're not going to last long as the Lion. Simulation now coming down to back him up, and we do have the Enigma in the jungle, of course. Which, like I said, is a hero I'm super excited to see. But yeah, Troll taking the first, or not Troll, Ogre taking the first blood here. It's practically the same thing, a Troll and an Ogre, except for the fact that Ogres are much bigger. Depends actually on how you look at it. But yeah, Ogre taking the first blood there, and now they might actually turn on the Viper. He doesn't have any points in the Corrosive Skin, so he's quite weak right now, actually dropping him to almost bottom HP, and Ogre now with the Soul Ring in hand will be able to spam out a lot more efficiently. Up in the top lane, Abaddon's actually decided to go jungle for a little bit here, but yeah. Riki will have to tangle with the Void. Void is actually getting rather good last hits. He's on 9 by now, 10 in lane, so they do have to at least rotate the Shadow Fiend when Shadow Fiend hits like 6 or 7 to try to shut him down. Queen of Pain, think she got stunned up there. Lion now in trouble. It's only a Fire Blast to kill him. Shadow Strike, he's moving in. He could die for it. He is going to. Gets the last hit, but will be going down in return. I don't really know what he was thinking. Enigma now rotating into lane to take some of that farm. should be doing relatively well on that. Trying to fill in for the Lion there, and of course Viper do have to rotate back out, so he'll be getting some superior experience to what he would be getting in the jungle. And he doesn't have to spend mana half the time. Yeah, Headscran, he's doing very, very well in this middle lane here, or Headcran, whatever you want to call him. Doing very, very well in the mid. He's already got, yeah, basically his Necromastery, well, close to being maxed, 19 out of 22. So he's practically really, really good to go. He's actually buying a magic stick here, which is, well, it's an old school build. I would not have chosen to go for it just because Troll, he doesn't have a whole lot of spendable skills. I don't think it like toggles, they don't stack your magic wand. He really only has the whirling axes, and he only has those every 20 seconds, and he doesn't even have mana to do them every 20 seconds. Of course, he does have the whirling melee axes as well, but yeah, it's not what I would have gone for. And the Dire, they aren't, well, except for Ochre, they aren't generally a spellcasting team. Enigma here, in trouble down the bottom lane. Should be somewhat fine. He's trying to find his own tower, finds it. Actually pops the Soul Ring, that exposes him and kills him. Bit of a misplay there. Don't think he should have gone for the Midnight Pulse. If anything, yeah, he should have popped the Malphite, but that was on cooldown. Bit of a misplay. DDT laying the Riki, getting about 8 last hits up against this Void. This Void is farming well. He's getting very, very good farm, but right now he's basically trying to find this Riki, it looks like. Nah, he's just going for last hits. But yeah, he's doing fine. He's got 20 last hits up in the top lane and trying to match this Shadow Fiend mid lane. That is also going to be his target. Like, he needs to get on the Shadow Fiend before Shadow Fiend is able to do practically anything. There goes the boots and the magic stick. So yeah. I'm not sure what kind of a Shadow Fiend he wants to build. I would say DPS in this case. Or you could just go, yeah. It wouldn't actually make a lot of sense to go for the Yules. I would just say Blink and then go for DPS. Because you can combo that well with the Enigma and his Black Hole. And there's Lion there as well to try to help out. If Lion gets an Aghanim Scepter this game, the Dire are done. Like, that's just the long and short of it. Troll isn't a particularly tanky hero. He gets tanky later on. Once he starts getting those strength items in. And yeah, generally they don't have a very tanky team. Abaddon is really the only one who stays big throughout the entire game. Unless Ogre has an amazing match where he gets Bloodstone and Aghanim Scepter before the Lion gets his. Oh, the raise, the one raise. Maybe the second, he's looking for it, but just gonna decide to bail out. Farm is more important, and I cannot agree more. Face this Void. Power Treads now in hand. If the Riki engages on him, he should be able to find him with the Chronosphere. But then again, I don't think he has the damage in case he decides to pop the Chrono. Riki really being aggressive now. He needs to be careful. If he gets stun knocked, the Chrono could be popped, and there it is. Riki slowly getting ticked down. Is it going to be enough? No, he manages to go in this.
Regeneration.
And actually middle lane, Shadow Fiend getting the Troll. I'm sorry I'm missing all these kills, but it's kind of hard to keep up. Abaddon still up inside the jungle here. But yeah, Shadow Fiend has had a perfect start to this game. 34 last hits in 6 minutes and a kill already, so he's up to, yep, the power treads there. And Void, though, he's also having practically the perfect sort for Void. He's having a nice calm lane without too much harass and getting good last hits as well. So that's about all you can ask for a lane. And yeah, it's even allowed Abaddon to go into the jungle. That's even better. There's nobody to steal your experience. So Face this Void is practically, he's getting more than off lane experience. If you take a look at the experience per minute, he's getting mid lane experience. That's how well we're talking here. They really have to start rotating on him now, because if he gets out of hand, they cannot. The Radiant, they can't deal. It can go through anything. It can stop the Requiem. It can stop the Black Hole. Can't really stop the Lion a whole lot. And Lion is actually a rather good counter to the Void, because he can hex him inside of his own Chronosphere. But that's also about it. Like, that's all the tools they have to try to disable his Chronosphere. I've seen actually Morphlings being drafted against him and built strength to deal with it. Bottom lane, Viper is gonna get burned out. Last hit there by the Ogre, the Ignite, finishing the job. But yeah, I've actually seen strength Morphling builds to disable the Void inside of his own Chronosphere, because The Chrono lasts, well, 5 seconds at most, and the Morphling stun is 4.5 seconds. So as soon as Faceless pops it, Morphling stays at the back, he just waveforms up, pops his Adaptive Strike, and that's one dead Void. Or at least one stunned Void. Basically rendering it useless. The Chronosphere, and may even screw things up for your team.
Illusion.
Top lane, the rotation has come out. They missed the Void. He even has an Escape Chrono ready and a Time Walk. Hex is not available as well, so there's just no doing there. No can do. Shadow Fiend has got a smoke. Not really sure if they want to smoke up for anything. Down here in the bottom lane, Viper really having trouble staying alive and taking last hits. He's actually got a kill. I think that was from some tick damage earlier on, but his last hits are not looking solid. Enigma,
Radiant's middle tower is
I think he got a Sage's Mask as well.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, I got the Ring of Basilius now. Usually if you do jungle the Enigma, and you can do it rather efficiently,
Dire's fortified,
you
I
sometimes
see.
have the Blink Dagger by now. I tend to just skip out in the boots, only go for the Soul Ring, and just farm that Blink Dagger as fast as possible. He doesn't really need it now because we don't have organized team fights yet, any group team fights, so right now it doesn't really matter too much how late he gets it. But it's definitely an advantage to get it early on, but now we might actually see something up on the top lane. The Faceless Void, he's there with the Chronosphere. Got the Abaddon rotating in as well. Shadow Fiend TPing out. Now it's only the Lion and the Reiki. The Chrono is popped, but only on the Reiki. And Lion stuns up the Faceless Void, and Reiki will be able to walk out. A bit of a disaster Chrono there.
Middle tower is under attack.
Troll Warlord ult was popped as well. That would have been perfect had that landed on the Lion too. But I think he mashed R too soon. And just clicked instead of... Well, he didn't really have enough mana for the Time Walk, so he just had to walk in, but... Had he just taken his time placing the perfect Chrono, I think that could have been a lot better. And then again, Lion is actually the priority target inside the Chronosphere, because Reiki can't do anything once Void is inside the Chrono. Lion can. He can always turn you into a frog or stun you. The range on the stun is quite mad, actually. Abaddon getting a raise to the face just from Shadow Fiend here saying, "Hi, don't bother my buddies." Yeah, bottom lane, Bibliocarian. Looks like he's working on the mech. What? Hold on. Nah, okay, that's actually, never mind. That's just me spacking around here. Because I saw the Ring of Protection, but that's gonna be his Tranks. Because I just saw, yeah, Ring of Basilius, Ring of Regen, and I thought, wait a minute, is this a Vladimir's offering Enigma? On some level, it actually makes sense, but when you put it into practice, it doesn't. Because you would be given your Eidolon's lifesteal. But, yeah, when you, like I said, when you put that into practice, it just doesn't make any sense at all.
The red rune run.
In theory, it sort of does, but not much more than that. We got the Troll rotation down. He's got the ultimate. He's got a haste rune as well. He should be able to run up to the Viper. There goes the Whirling Axis. Second pair goes out as well. Bye-bye, Viper. No, maybe not. The Black Hole catching out the Ogre. And Enigma sacrificing himself to save his carry. Or his core, at least. I'm not sure if you can call this Viper a carry right now. Unfortunately. But managing to save his buddy there. Pull the Viper out of the fire. And he did eat a death on his own, but... then again, that's not the important thing. The important thing is that they somewhat survived, and now the Queen of Pain could be the one in trouble here. Raze will be finishing her up. And that's going to be practically an even trade. Actually, even Radiant favored now. And this Shadow Fiend, he's a monster right now. He's actually going for the Shadow Blade build currently. Then again, he's got it done very, very soon. So they will actually be able to initiate with the Enigma Blink Black Hole, and then the Shadow Fiend standing right next to him, popping the Shadow Blade. And his Requiem. I've just gotten so used to seeing the Arcana skin right now that that's what I expect every single time I see Shadow Fiend.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Enigma has got his Tranks now. He really needs that Blink Dagger soon, though. Because as you can see right now, they're starting to group up. They're starting to push at 3 and 4. Oh, Viper is in so much trouble right now. He is way in deep. I'm not really sure what he's doing there. Now gets himself into trouble. Ogre actually not popping the melee. He needs to do that Tatsuna to get the stun working. And I don't think he's going to catch him. The Malphus doing a lot of work. Shadow Feet coming in with a raise. And gets a pick on the Troll Warlord. And now will be getting the double kill on the Abaddon. Impressive stuff from the Shadow Fiend. Ogre Magi. He's got the Arcane Boots. He's got a Soul Ring as well. Naturally, Lion dying up in the top lane. Riki's still there. I think he could jump the Faceless Void. Nah, he would have to double back all the way around. And then again, if he misses one, he's practically dead. And with the Queen of Pain constantly stalking him, it's not an easy task. But yeah, Faceless should be fine. Mid lane Troll is back in the game, and I just want to take a look at the net worth here. It is slightly Radiant favored, but then again, this has never been above 1,000 yet. Like, even for 13 minutes, that's quite impressive. Usually we do see a bit of a more of a one-sided match at this point, but this one, nope. Just not happening. The top lane is being pushed in. Void has no Chronosphere. 70 seconds remaining on it, so they don't really have the tools. And mind you that Shadow Fiend still has a Requiem. He's pinging out the Queen of Pain. Running back from that Viper might be the first one to go here. As the Requiem now comes out, blows up some of the Troll Warlord, but I don't think it's going to be enough. There was just not enough damage stored in it. And Shadow Fiend is on the run. He should be fine. Shadow Blade up in 3 seconds. Desperately bottling up. I think he wants to go for the return kill on the Queen of Pain. Enigma is there as well. If he finds a black hole, 1 second. Doesn't have it yet. Pops the Malphus. That should be the Ogre gone. But what about the Queen of Pain? They get the Abaddon too with the Shadow Fiend. And oh, so close under the Queen of Pain. But they actually come out on top in this engagement where Dire, they were supposed to win it. But then again, Troll and the Void just abandoned the chase. But then again, they don't really have the guns to shoot with yet. Like Troll, he's not even close to being big enough to what he needs to be.
Here, Radiant's been fortified. No, mate, don't waste your time.
Sneaky like a sneak. Doesn't have boots yet. By the way, mate, if you're watching this, that should be a bit of a priority. Like, get boots over Ring of Regen or Ring of Protection, unless you can get the entire finished Tranks within the first, like, 5 minutes. Otherwise, you do want to get the boots first, because that's going to screw you over, especially up against such a mobile lineup. Like, Blink Queen of Pain, Time Walk Faceless Void, Troll, who is generally quite a fast hero with the face boots. Abaddon's not that big of a deal, but then again, it's always nice to have something up against him. He is still going to be faster than you. Bottom lane, Void, I don't really think he's in trouble. He's got a Chronosphere. If he can lure them underneath the tower, he could pop the Chrono. There is backup arriving too. Shadow Fiend just scouting off the rune here. It's only going to be a bounty rune. Top lane is an illusion, so he can't really use that for much at this point. The ideal rune for Shadow Fiend is like really the double damage rune. Oh, bye Troll Warlord. This could actually hurt quite a bit. If he pops a Requiem, just reveals himself. 1 raise, 2 raises. And it's going to allow him to actually walk out of there. He's not quite fast enough yet, so just going to say, this is my lane, go find somewhere else. Both sides, 7 for 7. Radiant, they are slightly ahead on net worth, but it is practically nothing. It's the Tata farm, and then you're there. Enigma is closing in on that Blink Dagger of his. He really needs it soon. But then again, he's almost playing like full support Enigma. Like his net worth is, well, practically in the middle of his team. Viper right now not having a good game. You can actually technically, I've done this before, go for the support Viper build. Just turn your mechs into Guardian Greaves and go for a BKB and just act as a tank slash carry. Or slash support. Oh! The Chronosphere from the Faceless Void combined with the Sonic Wave munching through too. Viper will end up going down as well, and what a Chronosphere, what a combo to pull off at that exact point. They could actually just keep pushing. The only one really to defend this is Shadow Fiend.
Radiant's top tower
And they know
is
the
denied.
Reiki is top, but they're just not pushing.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
They're celebrating right now. That's what's happening. They're just like, oh, that was an awesome combo. Let's get the fuck out of here. Let's not mess anything else up. Reiki going for the Diffusal Blade. That's gonna help out so much against the Void. Now Shadow Fiend coming in. There's a courier actually to be had. He can't really make up his mind. He could pop the Rec Room right here and then. Not gonna do it just yet. TP in from the Enigma. Looks like, yeah, they're just disengaging Dire Side. How long did that set him back? 1,500 gold. Ah, that is so brutal to look at. They need wards as well, the Radiant. Their issue is currently that they don't have the vision that they need. Like,
unseen.
they need some wards to get their own jungles safe in these particular areas. Well, not exactly there. Like, there would actually be going. And the tower is pretty much watching mid lane, so they don't really have to worry too much about that. But yeah, like one right here so you can see, well, one right here so you can see entrances. And then perhaps one at the back here so you'll have this entire area here covered. Lion stun on to Mrs. Queen of Pain and she'll go down. And Void, he practically has no purpose there right now. He is only wasting time and farm. But yeah, basically a ward here and a ward here will work miracles for the Enigma. Because you can see that the Dire Side, they actually have the river somewhat warded and mid lane as well, where they lost their tower.
Its middle tower is under attack.
So they're pretty decently set. And that's even without like a proper support, except for, of course, Ogre. But then again, Ogre is usually restricted to position 4, not 5 on his team. Usually you get something like a hard support, like a Lion. Because I would say Ogre is one of the supports that actually fare well with farm. Like, generally supports, well, they are pretty useless without the massive items. Not actually, hold on, I'm saying some bullshit right now, I'm just firing away bullshit. Oh, Ogre Maggie. In trouble here, the dust has gone out and Reiki picking up a kill and he should be absolutely fine. But yeah, what I was about to say that usually like, guys like Lion, he's probably not the best example in the world. He needs, well, it's kind of hard to explain. Like, Ogre is one of those heroes where you usually see the Bloodstone, you see the Aghanim Scepter, you see like the big items come out on him too. It's one of those heroes who can actually carry them and make a lot of use out of them. Actually, like I'm looking for words here. I'm really looking for words. He puts more use into those items than somebody like a Lion does. Because of Ogre's skill set. I mean, Ogre is pretty of a weakling. I mean, he only has a 1.5 second stun and a DOT, like damage over time thing. Oh, Void missing the stun there on the Riki, but then again, it wouldn't have mattered. But yeah, he is practically pretty weak. It's the multicast that makes him great, and he really needs the Aghanim Scepter for that. And generally, you will also see like Bloodstone. Yeah, Bloodstone Ogre Mage Eyes. Because it's just such a good thing to have. Like, you're going to be near the team fights. You're going to be building up a lot of mana, which is going to help out your Unrefined Fire Blast when you get the Aghanim Scepter. Reiki, oh, almost getting taken out. They find him. They get the Dust and Troll. With the Whirling Axis there. Takes the kill. But yeah, that's what I kind of mean. Like, he fares very, very well with the massive items. And with the Tata farm. And generally fares a lot better than somebody like a Lion with the same amount of farm. Like, that's what I'm trying to refer to. That's at least my experience with it. That is my experience with having Ogre on my team, because I'm terrible with the guy. So don't listen to me about how you play Ogre. Abaddon? I don't really know what he's saving up for. It's something. He's got a decent amount of farm. Net worth is slightly below the Enigma, who now also has the Blink Dagger, so we might see some massive black holes here. Hopefully coming up soon. You better not let me down, Biblical Lyrian. You got the Viper mech coming out soon as well. Shadow Fiend could be in trouble here. Queen of Pain is there. In comes the Rec Room and the black hole to burn them down. Viper's dragon there as well. The Shadow Fiend will go down, but they get the Queen of Pain too. Abaddon, he's not gonna live this. He is gonna go. He's gonna go. He's gonna die. And what a combination. That was what I was talking about right there. The Black Hole Requiem combo is just so big. That practically popped them down to half HP and allowed the Viper and the Lion and the Riki to follow up with everything that they had. And that being basically a double Requiem helped out a lot too. Faceless Void with the Chrono Sphere. Finds it now, bashing on the Riki. He should end up going down. But what about the remaining guys? He finds him. But what can he do? He's getting quite low, actually. They find the Viper. Void time walking out of that one. Biblical Hero, and he wants to kill, but he's not going to find it. In his defense, he was not going to get out of there as well. But that was the straight turnaround that they needed, so that's just going to bring things right back on to 0. And just give me half a second here. If I can actually get my ass together. It's gonna hear a tiny smack now. Almost, at least. Sneaky like a sneak. He's got the Tranks, but not much more than that. He's got something coming. That's a point booster for his Aghanim Scepter. Viper. The mechanism. So yeah, Viper's not having a good game so far. He's not been stomping like we were expecting him to, but then again, well, he wasn't. It should have been an easy lane for him. Like, it should have been a somewhat simple lane. He's got a lot of he's got a lot of magic resistance with the corrosive skin. So just maxing that early on would have given him so much space to work against the Ogre and the Queen of Pain. But that's the only downside of sticking to bills. It's not always that. It's like Viper's a very, very specialized hero. And sometimes, yeah, well, he must have been using like a specialized build, and sometimes those just don't work. Like when you're facing a lineup like that, and the lane like that, you genuinely want to be maxing the corrosive skin because you're not going to be pulling out more harass yourself. It's better just to max out the. If I could just lock on him, there it is. If I could just max out the corrosive skin and the nether toxin, that would have done him so much better than actually going for the poison attack. Abaddon now diving this Viper here. He pops the Nether Strike. It's going to be dropping him fairly low, but there is a borrowed time to worry about. He's just going to heal him right back up. Viper popping the mechanism. He tried to stall. Is somewhat successful. And now the turnaround might happen. Down the bottom lane, we actually missed out on a massive fight here. Shadow Fiend going up against double damage Faceless Void, but with the help of Enigma, he should be somewhat okay. Abaddon getting the kill on the Viper in the mid lane. Edcran, they want to find the Faceless Void. He is tad far away, 7 seconds on the Blink Dagger Void. He has the Time Walk available. He's just not using it yet. There it goes. And he should be home scot-free. I'm sorry we missed that fight down the bottom lane, but I was kind of busy with Viper versus Abaddon on mid.
Radiant's middle tower is taking a drubbing.
But yeah, genuinely on Viper, even though the poison attack seems very, very good and it scales very, very well, it's one of the best scaling skills or abilities in the game. But yeah, you genuinely want to be maxing out the corrosive skin against the lineup like that. And if you finally do want some form of harass, you can just pop some in another toxin because it increases your base damage, which is very, very good early on. And it also gives you, yeah, 50% non-hero damage. I think that's, hold on. Okay, I'm not entirely positive on how this thing works, but it does a lot of damage. Mainly for farming, as far as I was able to tell. But yeah, the poison attack great against heroes, but you can get away with just putting 1 point in it. And if you're pretty confident, if you're in a confident lane, like if you're in the middle lane and you know that there's not going to be much magic fast onto you, it's good to max the poison attack early and the nether toxin. But like I just mentioned, if you are in a lane with a Viper, or not with a Queen of Pain who's just tearing through this Riki here, sneaky like a sneak, coming in with the stun, he has the ultimate, he has the black hole as well. Oh my god, that's a quad. That's the Requiem right there as well. Killing spree for the Shadow Fiend, and now they might find the Enigma too, but the counter initiation from the Faceless Void, munching through the Shadow Fiend. It gets the pickup, and maybe going for more. The Enigma has fallen. Faceless Void might be in over his head, and he was. But my god, what a combo. Holy shit. that black hole. I'm just gonna do a bit of a fight recap there, because that is too amazing just to leave like that. That was incredible. And yeah, I know these things are gonna get pretty loud here. But yeah, here we go. See the Riki running up there? The Queen of Pain knows he's in the area. Scouting everybody out, they pop down the sentry board, and now they jump into the Riki. They know he's there. Queen of Pain, they're all grouping up nicely, and Lion coming in with a good stun there. And a Hex too. Finding everybody, and there goes the black hole. Onto all four. And god damn it, the Shadow Fiend. Just blowing up the Troll Warlord immediately. All that damage was just incredible. And there goes the counter initiation, of course. In from the Faceless Void. Pops the Shadow Fiend. Doesn't actually find the Lion. Gets saved by the mech there. And they do find, yeah, the Faceless Void. So, genuinely, a great fight for the Radiant there. And Viper, who we were just talking about, and kind of, I'm sorry dude, I'm bashing so much on you. But genuinely bashing a bit on, gets to survive. Like, this is good for the Radiant. Even though that they couldn't keep their carry alive. But then again, there was not much they could do once the Chrono had been popped. Had Void been in the area, he could have actually prevented all that. But yeah, it's a tough going. Orchid from the Queen of Pain is gonna work nicely. We haven't actually talked a whole lot about the Queen of Pain. She's kind of had a bit of a mediocre to bad start in the game. Genuinely have been falling down into the semi-support role, as you can see, buying wards too. And with the Abaddon getting so farmed as he is, like, she should be perfectly fine there. Like, all she should really worry about now is getting that Aghanim Scepter. Because if she can get that ult off every 40 seconds, she'll have done her job. And especially like we saw earlier in the game, comboed up with the Faceless Void ultimate, that thing really wreaks havoc because it gives her some time to line up the shot. Viper, just walking straight into danger there. Ogre Maggie, this is problematic for the Viper. In comes the stun off to the back there. Queen of Pain is now in trouble. They're trying to save the Viper. The Sonic Wave will actually deny the Viper the chance to get out. And there goes the Chrono again. They find another kill on the Shadow Fiend. And this is a disaster for him. The Riki, he's just getting munched through. Gets picked up. Lion in with the double stun, but there's not anything he can do. Sword kitted up as well, and this is one dead Lion. Goodbye, buddy. Bye-bye. Nice knowing you.
Once again.
But yeah, this is the danger though. Oh, hold on, Enigma actually. This is gonna be a team wipe. My god, this Faceless Void, he's wreaking havoc, and that was generally because you can see that he's 12-1-4. If a Void is getting solo lane experience and last hits like no tomorrow, you want to be ganking the bastard. You really want to be ganking the guy, because if you can't shut him down in the early game, he's just gonna snowball out of control. You don't win a game against Faceless Void if he's ahead of you. Like, you just don't, especially not with so team-fight minded lineup, because he can just walk in and turn things right around. And even without a Witch Doctor to back him up, he's just doing so much damage on his own that it doesn't really matter. Again, the only counter they have for him is the Lion. Viper going up against the Troll Warlord. He should win this engagement unless Troll, nope, not gonna bash through. Couple of lucky bashes that might have been there. Queen of Pain getting the kill, but with more focused on the mid lane currently, because Faceless Void should be in trouble here. They pop the dust. They find the Riki, and Void is just going to be allowed to walk out of there. Why? He just casually strolled out of there with 29 HP. One more hit and that would have done it.
Regeneration.
They keep him alive and they keep this killing spree going. He did die on a godlike spree, but then again, he's well on his way to a second one. Let's just take a look at the net worth here. That is way in the favor of the Dire now. Frontier. Chronosphere, that's another one onto the Shadow Fiend. And if he ends up going down, he won't. He's actually going to be popping the BKB. Had he just kept the Shadow Blade on, he might have been fine, but now might actually turn things around. He's going for the kill, and there goes the Black Hole too. The Requiem combo, blowing up the Queen of Pain. And now it's the Abaddon who's going to try to outlast this. They don't really have a whole lot of health. The mech coming in there, and Abaddon will be cleaned up there as well. Now's an example of the Chrono just not being big enough. They want to take the Roshan, but it might be a tad too much. He does have lifesteal. Yeah, and if they're all out there, it should be manageable somewhat. They can't turn him into a chicken. Or a frog it is. As far as I know, at least. But then again, Lion, he's sitting off to the back. He's ready to reinitiate. And the ping is coming up from the dire side. Void, he know they're taking Roshan, but there's nothing they can do about it. Shadow Fiend. Pulling his team back from basically what was the brink of defeat there. Like, I couldn't see a way out for him. But man, oh man. Viper getting his game on as well. Those couple of kills there actually helped him out a lot. He's working towards his Aghanim Scepter, which will be helping out massively. Queen of Pain is well on her way to getting hers too, basically. Yeah, enough Shadow Fiend is the top of the net worth board. He's got that Helmet the Dominator coming in, and Baden getting his farm on as well. He's got a Basher too. What about Troll? We haven't seen him in a long time. He's working on that BKB. This is just an arms race right now. This is like watching the Cold War, except for the fact that here there is war, and a lot of it. Stun going out, Ochre. I haven't really been seeing him for a long time. He's been there, but he hasn't been doing, well, that much. It's kind of fallen off, as you can see, 3, 7, and 8. 14 last hits. Well, then again, 14 last hits. Like, you generally don't want to be counting the last hits of an Ogre. Shadow Fiend. 36 souls to go, so that's going to be one massive Requiem. Troll. I don't know why he was going. Okay, I thought he was going for the Roach Pit there. He's got the BKB. They might want to consider taking a fight here. I would just wait until the Shadow Fiend had died out, because now he's practically got 3 Requiems. Because I do believe it pops with the Reincarnation too. And now they might find it. The Enigma. Does he have the Black Hole? No, he does not. The Chronosphere coming in, bashing through the Enigma. They clean him up immediately, and now it's on the Viper. The Queen of Pain hold as well. Shadow Fiend getting bashed up. They find the kill on him, and he has no escape. No way of getting out. Is he going to pop the BKB? Yes, he is. He's going to try to get off the Requiem, but will be denied the opportunity. The bash through from the Void. And they should be able to push this somewhat nicely. Top lane. Riki right now trying to put some pressure on it. They won't see him. But at least forcing out 2 TPs, kind of spraying out the push there, so bottom lane won't be pushing it as fast. But it is arriving very, very soon. 15 seconds. Enigma has the Black Hole. But they want the Shadow Fiend to combo up with that. They don't have any massive other combos for it. Like, they don't have a Witch Stock. They don't have the Queen of Pain combination. That's an amazing combination. Black Hole into Queen of Pain Sonic Wave. They don't have much more than the Shadow Fiend Requiem. Tidehunter is actually a pretty good one as well. You generally want heroes to combo up with Enigma, who does a lot of burst damage on the multiple heroes. Or you want somebody like a Darkseer to set up the massive ultis, the massive black holes. Should have at least some more damage in it here next time. Top lane Riki. I think they're actually kind of waiting to go on him here. They're waiting for the lane to push down. Oh, they catch him on the edge of the Chronosphere. Bye-bye, Riki. And that is a nasty combination. The Troll Warlord faces Void combo. That is huge. Like, he's even hitting fast right now, but comboed up with the Mask of Madness and the Troll Warlord ult, he's practically, yeah, just killing people in a matter of milliseconds. Mid lane, the triple Black Hole onto the Queen of Pain, onto the Abaddon, and onto the Ogre Magi. But then again, they didn't catch any of the massively important heroes. They only kill off the Abaddon and the Ogre. His faces Void and Troll, they're practically just farming up there, trying to get their next big item. And Lion getting his hands on the Aghanim Scepter. That should turn things around for massively in those black holes. Because that is basically the Scepter AoE is not that high, but if the black hole lands, that should be like, I can't remember the AoE of it, like how big it actually is. Radius 400, so basically half. Basically the radius of the black hole, not the radius. That's the diameter. Half the radius is gonna be where the lion can actually land his finger, or how many he can actually connect it on. Well, it is, yeah, 200 AoE, so it is practically a diameter of 400. So it is basically the radius that it can connect on. Some advanced mathematics right there. The Black King bar now picked up from the Enigma. I would not actually go for that, seeing the fact that except for Ogre, they don't have any natural disables. Or somebody who doesn't go through BKB. It's still a good thing, because there's some magic damage denied, but it's not much in this game. Like, it's not a lot of magic damage. It's being denied up, because so much of it is going to be coming in from the form of right clicks. There goes the BKB for the Troll Warlord. Going straight onto the lion there. It's a tad uncoordinated. Ricky trying to kill off the Ogre on the back and will be successful, but in comes the Chrono Sphere and the Queen of Pain. Void on the killing spree, and Shadow Fiend will be able to get off the Rec Room. No, he won't. That did actually not connect. And that's going to be a double kill for the Void and 4 down for the Radiant. This is just impossible to fight against. And this could be Rax. They've got 40 seconds. And the only one up is the Enigma. The Dire are pulling ahead. And the tower might be waving goodbye here. Shadow Fiend, TPing forward, going for the buyback here. He's finding one, maybe finding two. He needs a raise, but it's just not going to happen. Oh, hold on. Queen of Pain is inside the woods. They see her, and they get the kill on her as well. Double kill for the Shadow Fiend. Is able to turn things somewhat around. He doesn't have a Blink Dagger. God, I would have missed the Blink Dagger in this Shadow Fiend. In comes the Enigma. He's overcommitting massively. There was no Shadow Fiend behind him, and just blinking into 3 heroes there. Correction, 3 heroes. I don't know if the Roshan watch is still bugged. It certainly seems like it.
The Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
Top lane. Top tower should end up falling. I don't think there's anything this ward can do about it. Unless he kills. Yep, he actually did. It's down to 2 HP. Oh my, if they deny it now, that's going to be so frustrating. Reiki, Basher, Diffusal, Talisman of Evasion. So getting some of that, yeah, evasion. Basically, yeah, evasion out there. Getting some sick jukes. Soger finding himself a haste rune. Well, he's had some impact on this game, but not as much as I would actually have expected from him. Lion having actually quite large impact despite only the 2 kills and the 8 assists. Like, he's been stunning people, he's been popping those crucial hexes. Like, they might not have been leading to kills, but they were good for the disengagements and setting up the fights. Like, I don't think he could have played much better. Except for, of course, well, taking his time with the drinks. But then again, that's a farming issue, not really a priority issue. Viper slowly climbing up the board as well. Connecting with the Enigma very, very soon. But this net worth is just unbearable to look at right now. The only one you really have currently ahead is the Shadow Fiend. And it doesn't take a whole lot of kills for the Queen of Pain to get ahead. Roshan is now back up. And this is going to be one quick Rosh. And they have no idea. They don't know. And now even Void counting out the Reiki, buying the MKB. The damage he's going to be outputting now is massive. Plus, it's all true strikes. And bye-bye goes the Roshan. Simulation, they're actually going in for it. But the only 2 guys. The Reiki is there too. If they do have the dust, they could pop it. Nope, there's no dust for now. Enigma, he's not in the area. As far as I can tell, nope, he's all the way back. That would have been a perfect black hole for him. Trying to ping it out, Void. They only get away with the Viper. I think they would have liked more. Because that was practically the Radiant walking to death itself. Riki going for the pickup on the Void. He gets the bash, but off to the side there. The Enigma has been cleaned up, and now the turnaround onto the Reiki Lion. He was just practically trying to get out there. I think he could have helped out his buddy a little bit by trying to kill that Void. And bye-bye Shadow Fiend too. Lion is the sole survivor, just walking into all of them. And he's maybe going to end up going down. The shield, the Apothic Shield, sucking up most of that damage. And Lion is going to end up going down too. And that hurt. That right there pretty much hurt to watch. That was just super uncoordinated. Yeah. Dire side, they're just munching through these towers like it's nothing. They're going to be taking the racks too. And the buyback situation is practically non-existent for the Radiant side. It is actually non-existent. Nobody has buyback. Not even close to.
Radiant's bottom barracks have fallen.
And they can actually almost take Megas if they really want to. They cannot fight without the Shadow Fiend. And if Viper dies now, which he will, that's not going to be making things any easier. Void popping the Aegis there.
Middle barracks have fallen. Well,
Troll.
Yeah,
that is true. That is very, very true. But the Dire side, they're actually prevailing here. I'm kind of surprised.
Wicked sick. Ownage.
What? Did he? Oh, he just killed off the Enigma. They're just going in single file again. They find the Void, which should be slowing the push a bit. It's still... There's still an opportunity. But... God, if it isn't slim. Didn't see that there. The Abaddon just overtaken the Shadow Fiend there. And that might have been the final blow. Now they just need to twist the knife and finish the job.
Dire's top
But yeah,
tower's
Abaddon.
just died. Yeah, sad really.
Basher,
Dire's
Yasha,
kids.
Crystallis. The Shadow Fiend, I must unfortunately say, he's just stalled. Like, BKB, Helma Dominator, Shadowblade. You can't do much with that anymore. Like, he needs something bigger, and he needs it quick. But there's no quickness for this. Like, you cannot just get an item very, very quick. He's got 2.4k gold, but I mean, what he really needs right now is something that makes him big. Some massive item, like a Scotty. But then again, a Scotty, I don't think that's going to be enough for it. And Reiki, I don't know if the Eagle Song is going to be enough. Dire side, they're just, yeah, massively pulling ahead. The Desolator from the Queen of Pain. It's just going to be shredding through this Enigma, this Lion. Whoever is at the receiving end of that. The Troll Warlord has the Manta style. They're just farming up for the last push now. It's the final stand that's about to happen. Void. 3.6k HP. Or not HP. 3.6 kilo. That would be amazing though. At 3.6k HP faces Void. Like, that would be impossible to break. What's he going for? If anything. Yep, he's going to be getting more attack speed. That is a bit of a mistake. Like, you don't really need it. That's the Moon Shard right there. He doesn't need it anymore. Like, at some point it caps. It just caps. It just tells you, alright, you can't get any more attack speed than this. It's not possible.
Time is money.
But as the Dire are slowly starting to pressure down this Radiant side, they're coming in from all angles. And the Radiant, it seems like they know that this might be the end of the road. Unless they can pull off the biggest team fight in Dota 2 history. Silence before the storm. In comes the Viper, popping the Nether Strag onto the Abaddon. He's going to be the first target, but they're wasting a lot on him currently. And he's going to end up going down actually pretty much immediately. But off to the back there, they have found the Reiki. Doesn't quite get the kill yet, but the Dire, they're just not grouped up for this. The Enigma, he's waiting for the black hole. And it's just not arriving yet. Net worth now down to 25 grand. Viper Strike. Get onto the Ogre. It's getting quite slow. Viper might get killed here. Just doesn't see the troll coming. Stun misses. Everything misses here off the bat. And the black hole. But the Enigma, he cancels it. And now the turnaround. The Chrono Sphere. They find the Lion as well. And this should be GG. The Shadow Fiend has just been sitting back at base, and
Killing spree.
this is the final blow. They do find a bit of redemption here, the Reiki, finding the Queen of Pain. And maybe even the Void. He's stunning him up nicely. He needs to get on the other side, but my god, the bash. The amount of damage.
My skill set is narrow.
Radiant's
And
middle
yeah,
tower is taking
Shadow
a
Fiend has just
drubbing.
decided to retire to base. Void
Invisibility.
wants to get another engagement. It's 59 seconds. Jumps in, finds him, just munching through him in no time. This is about as farmed a Void as I've ever seen. His GPM, 641. His experience per minute, 600, basically 700. He is a whole 10 grand ahead of the second guy, and he's even on his team. That top tower doesn't stand a chance.
Radiant forts have been fortified.
There goes the fortification. How fast is he even bashing now?
Tower is taking a
Oh, 4 hits a second.
Radiant's top tower is fallen.
That is nasty. That is very, very nasty stuff.
Radiant's top barracks are under attack.
And bye-bye with the top racks. It is going to be Megas for the Dire.
Now have Mega
Before they finish it up, Enigma does not have a black hole. Lion is stunning him out, actually ending the Faceless Void. 1,600 gold down the pocket of the Lion.
My pendulum swings back to life.
And there goes the buyback. BOTs too. TP in. Onto the mid. It's an exposed throne now. Lion just trying to juke around, messing around. And bye-bye Enigma.
double kill.
And now the Fountain dive. Pops the Chrono Sphere. And I didn't know that actually canceled the Fountain. Popping a Chrono Sphere on the Fountain cancels the Fountain. And the goodbye to the Radiant's throne. The GG has been called from actually an otherwise amazing match. That unfortunately came to a bitter end for the Radiant. They fought well though.
A welcome manifestation of
Wow, that's actually pretty neat. And again, I don't know why my mouse is broken here, but yeah, just I think it was pretty easy to see what the turnaround was, or what the decisive factor was. That was a guy without a face, who can pop a Chronosphere and kill a Shadow Fiend within that time span. The thing that basically killed off the Radiant here was the fact that they didn't emphasize on the Faceless Void. They didn't shut down his farm. They didn't shut down anything early on. And once he started to get big, it's hard to stop a Faceless Void that's snowballing. Like, he's one of the best snowball heroes in the game, because he's not that hard to snowball with. Like, you pop the Chronosphere, you get the kill, and then you get the fuck out of there. Unless you kill 4 inside that Chronosphere along with you. Then you can possibly go for something else. And I would love if I could find that close button. No, that's not what I want. Okay, so I'm there. Down, there it is. Alright. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. It was still one hell of a game. Thank you all so much thank you so much for submitting it. It's actually submitted to me privately. And it was a blast to watch. I love these Ultimate. I love these. If you have games where you play as an Enigma, a Tide Hunter, Earthshaker, all those. I love those games. They just make me so excited because of the big Ultimates, the big team fights. And I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.